the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns. And it's coming up next.
On a gorgeous late summer afternoon, it is time for football here at Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as over the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Cleveland Browns. From up top next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And folks, we were already excited for this game, and then before the contest, you and I are down on the field outside the white lines.
Yes, we were following the rules.
We were following the rules, and a ball comes over our direction, but we can't see it. Somebody else heads up, and instinctively you turn around and you snare it one-handed with your off left hand. So now we're really ready for football.
No gloves either.
No gloves.
No gloves. Not like what the guys are wearing playing the game now. But wasn't that a whole lot better than that time we were down there? And I got the coffee spilled on me when I got nailed by the punt return.
That happened to the Vikings, right?
Yes, a much better job of being heads up this time. Thank you for that. Thank you for the notice.
The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading them out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To throw is Watson. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. Will go down as a gain of 6, 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They're just going to run a draw route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target and it results in a first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They run it again with Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd and 5. Watson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Barnett came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. But on that play, they held up quite well.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They moved it well, but here's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
He's a talented runner. That means he's always looking for bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker. And this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Back to throw, Watson. To the right side, he's got more complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Hines going to stop before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
The quick slant caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave me the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4. And he takes this one in for Brown score. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. I think going for it there on the opening drive, CD, if you're that close to the end zone, seems like a no-brainer, and they're able to cap things off with a touchdown.
I think that he was imagining the message he would send to his team if he called for the field goal unit at that point. Great drive, got it all the way down there. You're telling your offense, I believe in you, and you're also telling your defense, hey, if they don't score, we got it covered.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here, so get this up to the 29. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
If you ask coaches at any level to decide their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing. Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now this one was tight end out on the right side. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game that we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Able to hit his Charlie Lamb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Prescott to throw it. And it's caught. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taking them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We got you. Now they get 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal. And they sent that play backwards.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Jake Ferguson from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Out quickly to Judy. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they gave up a touchdown.
Second down in the yard. Off of play action, it's Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Watson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here's Watson. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, I don't want to be a Jake's partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we can be looking at all-time damage ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
Shovel the first down carries. He'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage and mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Out of the gun, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
We all love that home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Watson. Working the middle of the field, he's got him incomplete. Well, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
They'll run with Chubb. take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns have taken the lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter. He's got both of them.
But he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here. And I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch. And it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive to less into double-digit snaps. You need a score here not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Prescott down. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Into the hands of Hendershot. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because of the drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On third down, it's Prescott. That is caught. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
That's a real nice job right there, working in the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play gets him all the way down the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold it in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
On Aubrey good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Naheem Hines now out of his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup by first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. In motion left, that's Cooper. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Watson on first down. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he's unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Watson off play action. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And it'll break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A throw over the middle, taken in. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk at the 20. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. This defense tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get it for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 60 yards. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. Hopkins with the extra point. And we got a tie game here, a back and forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams are trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A first down carry by Elliott. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to the end zone real fast.
They go Elliott again. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down, Elliott. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Prescott to throw on 4th. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
A first down throw for Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Elliott. Gonna be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon, and the Cowboys have broken the tie.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return is Hines, taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Watson now to throw. Flush to his right. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Well, this is certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Chubb running to the wide side. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers, he brings out this offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Inside give to Elliott. And Zeke will have a Cowboys 1st down as he gets this up past the 40.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down to pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down and 6 now. Now Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run forward now, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
So many things going into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Naheem Hines. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Cleveland offense making their way out. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. Broken tackle. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Open down field is Judy. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 30. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it in double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's got it down to the 28.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. This is Hines. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points. points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you it's ended with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's incomplete.
I see a surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Prescott. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our... And the Browns pressure gets to him that time. He's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. On the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. On 1st and 10, Watson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Here's Watson. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Watson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ferguson. Yeah, he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. So many offenses want to include their running backs into the passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Now Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air again, Prescott. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. On play action, Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Wide open receiver complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And just shutting him off there. So we reach halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports halftime report. In that first half, it was the veteran quarterback who led the charge. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down and 3. To throw is Prescott. Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Prescott to throw it. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. His first catch of this third quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a first down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Into the hands of Hendershot. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
First down, Prescott. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll throw again. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one looks good, it is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. Taken at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there on the opening play of this drive. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Watson. This short pass in the hands of Njoku. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And we've got a 3rd down and 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time I remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to hell and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Looking to throw, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a give left side from Shaw. This one stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
2nd and a couple. And again, it's Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he is caught. He's going to have the 1st down and some. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is down to a field goal. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And out now come the Cowboys. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. 1st down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Working the middle of the field. He's gotten incomplete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Give him 3 on 1st down. They'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. The give is to Elliott. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Able to hit his target Lamb. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 33. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing, Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just hit the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Now Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Prescott now. A dump off to Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And this brings up a third and goal. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way the defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys add 6 to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here's Hines. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Feel it at the 20. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. Out comes CeeDee Lamb with the rest of the Dallas offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to ground catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. There's Trevor. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Now Dak on the option left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's going to happen right now. Exactly right. Throw them out, that play's over. Zone coverage there, they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. 3rd down and 10. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. He's going to look deep for more. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
The Browns send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Outright, he finds Tolbert. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. On the out route, it's Lamb with the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. To throw is Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. Prescott off play action. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Out of the gun, Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the 1st.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Gotta get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. That was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. To throw is Watson. his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and he'll wind up a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Watson. This will be caught. Judy. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call running left. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now Watson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They struggle to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Hopkins' kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers, he brings out this offense. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that you accumulate that throughout a season, you're going to be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporated here on this drive. 1st down, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now Prescott. The shorter there taken in by Ferguson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That's a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Well, he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
And trouble trying the middle here. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard after the 39.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. Finding room in midfield. And he's got room. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out the gun. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. Now Chubb running right. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, no, he lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now here come the Cowboys. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They start on the ground with Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard after the 21.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Throwing. Prescott. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time. He's going to go down. Maurice Hurst busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's called the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. Hines now on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense, out comes Cleveland. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together the drive and give his leg a rest.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. To the right side, he's got more complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 23. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Again, it's Watson. Guys, man, complete over the middle. That's Hines. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flag to catch.
Tomorrow. This one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yes, you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now Prescott. And that one too wide and incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw, Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And his dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. A give to Elliott running left. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Here's Brian Anger now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in the tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Here's Watson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Watson to throw. That pass complete to Moore. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
At this stage, you got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. This is Hines. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third one winner. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. From the center of the field, this to win the ball game. And the 10-year vet knocks it to the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Well, this one part was fun down at the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur in the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.